Hey guys, M12, Warthog here, your strategist and strategy guide, and welcome back to another episode, and we are now going to continue part 2 of the colonization map, all modern nations available, fully expanded. Right now I think, I left off at the end of my turn where I stopped, and now I'm gonna get everything else in order right now, because certain stuff I wasn't able to do. So, I bought 200 troops here, and then moved 100 there. The reason for this, that this small territory here would not have been able to buy 100 troops from it. But what I can do, I think, is probably get at least 29 from here. Actually quite good. So, I'm at about, last time we left off, about 30% of the map is what I own. I need to get 40 for Grand Ruler. I have plans for that. But right now, I just need to arm every new border because I gained a large chunk of South America. I have the biggest presence in North America, and I think probably the biggest in South America, although this one's a close second right here. But the one thing I like about this is that I got their leader right where I want them. Normally I wasn't focusing at first what this nation's gonna do because I was focusing on taking out Colombia at the time, but what I do know is that in this scenario, it's left me with their leader stuck on the very tip here of South America, and I can easily attack that and raid it. They really can't move their leader anywhere if they want, unless they want to move it by water. And if they do that, well, then that's up to them. But I think that's what I'm gonna do. Which will be great, because then these two territories won't be borders. And neither will this one here. So what I'm gonna do is, I guess, seeing as I have high happiness, I can risk an all-out attack against them there. I can attack them here with all my troops, because I don't need to protect this as it's not a border to anything. The mountains prohibit it from being a border with this nation here. Even though that I'm allies with it, I still arm every single border. I just don't arm these ones as much because I don't want them to worry. But, you know, having a border, having an armed border, I guess, is better than not having one at all. And it seems like they're at war with Canada. So my two allies of Venezuela and Canada seem to be at war with each other, I think. I'm not sure. Hold on. And this is It says they're at war, but they're not here? I'm confused. Let me check the diplomacy, because it's showing me one thing on the map. But yeah, okay, they're at war. Apparently, these nations are not affected, but yet they're the same. I don't know. It's just saying something different on the map on one area, but it's saying something else in the other. So, that was pretty easy of me to do. I still want to defend some of these borders, but I don't think I'm going to be necessary to defend all. So what I'm going to do is sort of spread it out so that if I do get attacked on the coastline, I'll just be able to move it wherever I need to. So if I get attacked here, I'll move troops down here, move some up here, but I'm not going to spend all of my money on arming every single coastline. Not yet, at least. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do now, Ireland's starting to go to war with Canada. I need to step up and sort of help my allies here, because it seems like they're losing territory in their mainland. And that's a bit of a problem. And I know at least this nation here won't attack them, so I definitely need to stop that. I think the best way to do that is to wait until next turn when I can have money for a fleet. Okay. Ooh, the taxes. Oh. That gave me a butt ton of money. Let's see, if I declare one of them, that's only 20. Greenland's not been attacking my allies, so I guess I'm not too entirely thrilled being near them. So I guess I have no option but to attack. But I want to do that next turn when I can prepare my naval fleet for a sneak attack on their capital area. That's probably the best thing to do. Gonna pop that over there. Wait until next turn. Speaking of which, I think because I have some nations that are not well populated, that would be in my best interest to do a fertility festival, but that is way too much money for me. Ghana. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Best interest to form an alliance. They are located somewhere in somewhere in Africa, I think. I was going to say South America. Yeah, that's them. They own most of the coastline. So pretty much they have all borders, I guess. So what I'm going to do now, sorry, but you've been a bit of a douche to my allies. And I'm not going to sit by and ignore that. I figured you'd just have a few minor disputes and usually end it off early. But no, you've been a bit more of a pain in their side. So what I'm going to do is sort of take care of the problem. Because that is totally not cool. Okay. I think we did well. And they just barely survived that attack. Just barely. Wow. I'm going to take out their main army with my main army, which is going to be a lot bigger than theirs. I'm going to move that there. What I'm also going to do is put 100 here because that is still a border. Border with our allies, but nonetheless a border that could be attacked at any moment. They could cancel diplomatic relations at any time, but normally if someone agrees to it, they're not gonna do that, or they're not gonna usually get rid of their relations that early. Okay. Right now I'm a Grand Ruler. I don't know if I want to cast a ballot yet, because usually when there's a lot of nations, you can either have a lot of nations hate you and go to war with you, and that might be more than you can handle, or you'll get a lot of nations to not fight you, but either way, you're at risk of being attacked. Okay. So I'm going to move this around here, and then attack them there. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 200 there just in case they need more. Okay. So not only does it seem like Ireland and Venezuela are trying to attack Canada, but they're also fighting over the remaining territory that out of the territory that they've been taking from them. So I'm gonna send this attack force here, and the reason why I've been trying to attack them directly, and I can't, because there's 5 ships right here and I had to go around, so I'm not all too worried at the moment. So this nation has also been somewhat of a douche to my allies, so I'm going to attack them. I'm gonna send some troops down that way. And I just got a butt ton of territory just from attacking that. Wow. Okay. Another thing I think I'm gonna do inactive duration. Oh no, I clicked that and I didn't mean to. Okay, so another thing I want to do is I want to help Canada out. So I'm technically acting as a natural barrier because I know my ally doesn't want to have to attack me to get to me. So I think what I'm gonna do though is also send this nation, who's our ally, some help. Economically, I'm going to send them 400 so they could buy at most. At most, they could disembark 800 units into a naval fleet onto the water, or buy 400 troops. So. Sent to attack my ally because they just leave their leader right on my border. Then again, I border them everywhere. That's what I guess. I mean, if I attack them, I'm just going to drastically reduce the amount of borders I need because this won't be a border that... I guess it would be worth it. Do I want to at this time, though? Probably not. Everything but 100. I could prepare to attack them. Okay. I could scare the crap out of them and, you know, cancel relations. That's probably a good thing to do. And seeing as I'm going to do that, probably best if I put, you know, more troops here. Okay. I've pretty much just been taking territory that Canada lost from the people who attacked them. There's really, like, no way to return the thing to them without having negative effects of, like, pillaging and abandoning the town that you own, because that's drastically gonna make you lose happiness. And if you abandon it, not only could your ally go back and retake it, but so could the enemy. That's a bit of a problem. So we retreat into a ceasefire. And how long will the ceasefire last? 2 turns. So next turn I'll be able to do something. For now, I know Spain probably doesn't have their interest in getting involved with the affairs of us, so at the moment I haven't really done anything in regards to defending the area, but I might as well now. They have some territory in the Caribbean, so they're actually quite fine. Okay. Now it's time that we destroy them. Our allies, our former allies. Though they believe it was in their best interest to attack them, they're also attacking my ally. It'd be fine. I would have been fine being allies with both of them, but if they're attacking one of mine and possibly gonna destroy them permanently, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. So what I'm gonna do is send 100 there. Actually, that's fortified. I might as well send another 100 there. I should have bought 200 to reduce the amount of action points I'm doing, because I want to defend that as a coastline. I'll send that there just in case. I put... Whoa, way too much. 100 there. I have this be attacked there. And there. So, I think we're pretty good on that front. Actions don't happen until the end of the turn, like when I press the button, and all the actions are played out in the order that they were made in. So, if you think about it, they probably didn't know that I was going to attack them, and that sort of gives me an advantage here. The element of surprise. The Republic of Congo, will you assist? I will check on that. Morocco wants to be our ally. Well, that's understandable, seeing as we're right next to each other, and he just wants to be sure, well, are you going to be at war with me, or are you going to be my enemy? And he definitely wants an answer. So for this one, I think it's in our best... I think I would agree to an alliance with you. But if I have to, if you go to war against me, then, I don't know. And this is the... And what do they want? The Republic of Congo. Oh, so they want me to assist in this war down here against these people. Not a problem, actually. Yep, 500 ships coming your way. Actually gonna set up a defenses here. I'm gonna arm some coastlines, but not too many. So that is costly. The amount of troops I have in undefended territories is not necessary because they're no longer borders, so I need to move all of these to the coastlines to where they're more useful in some way or another. Maybe spend those extra units into making them as part of naval fleets to attack other areas. Okay, so at this point, I have Canada and Peru are the only two nations in North and South America. And I got rid of all the other ones who tried to invade. And Canada right now is our ally, so the way it's looking at it is pretty much most of North and South America versus everything else on the map. Although I do have some allies in Africa as well. Okay. So this is my ally here. He looks like he needs some help. He did ask me for assistance with this nation down here, but they have a much bigger enemy in Africa that I don't think they can take on by themselves. So I guess they sort of said, this is the enemy that's directly outside our border, we'll deal with them, do you want to deal with this guy? And I'm like, sure. But I think I'm also going to send help to them as well. So what I got in store is, I think I'm going to attack here and then see what I can do about this nation here. And one more message. Oh, that's just letting me know that I sent them that thing. Okay, yep. Okay, I'm done. Okay. Move that there. This is 3 tiles. So my best bet is to move here next turn, then sneak attack on the coastline. A lot of war is being declared. But I'm not worrying too much about any of that at the moment. Okay, so what I'm gonna do... move that there, of course. They lost the territory as well, but it takes a turn before the message is actually sent, or the actual offer of help, whether or not they agree to it. I'm just gonna send them another one. Trying to keep a dying nation alive here. And they just lost, so I just sent them help for no reason. Still, I think it's in my best interest, even though I'm not helping an ally, to attack a nation like this. That way we can have a presence somewhere in Africa that we can use to launch other attacks against other opposing nations. Now, because I'm pretty much... most of my empire at this point is pretty much separated from my enemies, or people who are not allied with me, but not enemies of mine, by water, I think it would be safe to say that now's a great time to ask for recognition. Hopefully, my allies don't say no, because I would hate to go to war with them. Peru, I don't mind, because they're a small nation and I could easily take over all this. But Canada, I don't want to bother them. They lost a lot of territory, and I mean, there's territory over here for the taking if they just want to do it. So, let me see here. So, at this point, I took out their leader, I guess. Not intentionally, I just chose that as a random territory. Plus, it would be easier to defend, because if I attack one of these territories, I would have to defend from multiple sides, so I knew that at most I'd probably only get like one nation to attack me. So it really didn't matter. Okay. And then I'm just gonna move everything but 100 there. Okay. I think I'm doing pretty well on this scenario here. I'm gonna check my messages. They received my help, but they're already gone. I feel like I could take out Spain, because it's like their leader is right next to mine, but if I build up too much of a presence in Europe and Africa, I'd have to fight on 2 fronts at the moment. I might even have to do that if my ballot doesn't go the way I was hoping it does. So at the time, I think my best option would be to focus on my expansion into these 3 territories. Four of them voted this. Pretty much everyone in North America voted in favor of this, and everyone else just voted against it. So now I'm at war. Pretty much everyone, Which means I'm gonna now have to, increase all of this stuff here. In a way, I guess it's technically another way of doing a great challenge, but without directly saying I want to fight people. It's just me saying I want to fight people who are not with me. Kind of a deal. Okay, so at the moment, my happiness is too low to even go to war with the one nation that I want to because they voted in favor, so I guess they're off the hook for now. Distribute money, that is a... wow. Okay. Well, I guess I'll put 200 here. I'll send it up here and start attacking nations up here. I'm gonna move this out here. Going to attack there. I guess I'm going to move here and attack their forces that they're gathering right there. Going to move 200 there. I still want to have a place to defend from. I still have a foothold on Europe, so I'm going to do that. I'm negative 10. How did I get... Of course I know how I got that. Okay, so what I need to do now, apparently... disband all of these extra troops that I don't need. And my next best thing to do is to send 100 here and to put 100 there. I guess all of this extra troops that I have lying around definitely can take an effect on you. It really has never done that when I played World Map, which is much bigger, which is why I overestimated how much territory I would actually need before that would become a bit of a problem. Down here, they're probably not going to attack me, so I could probably disband this. I'm probably going to disband 100 here, but I still want one of these two islands armed. Okay. And I guess I'm going to have to put all of this here, because I think this is going to be the most attacked territory. And I'm going to get on to it. Get on with it. Okay, so we're slowly rebuilding after a minor incident that I was not expecting. Only 35 behind, but let's just move in with that and see where we go from there. I'm attacking enough to reduce their numbers, but not so much enough to take over anything that they own at the moment. I don't know if I want to be able to do that right away, especially because I'm at war with a lot of nations. Okay. So let me see here. What do I have? I have over 1,000 money now. Wow. So I think what I'm gonna do now... maybe I should send more. The one thing I do not want to attack is their leader. Yes, I know that sounds funny, but I don't want all those extra territories up here and have to defend that when I can't really see, when it's not really connected to the rest of my empire like that. It's completely surrounded by enemy territories on land, and I don't want that. I don't want that mess. Now, what I also can do now that I have more troops gonna send a bunch of them everywhere. Now, the reason why I bought as many as I could is because I know that, some territories don't start out with a high population, such as this one. And, I think they did a good job on increasing that with fertility festivals that they must have done. But just in case I have a lot more. Okay, so now I can attack from down here. Now I'm gonna move up here and attack. So at this point, I think I'm doing so well that as long as I make sure that every area that I attack is well armed, I don't think I'll lose anything, because at this point, I can easily afford to put now more troops on every single border than any other player at the moment. So as long as I make sure that all my coastlines and everything else has more troops than what they can send at me, which I can easily do at this point, there should be no problems. Okay. Let's see, let's send 200 here. 200 there. And this place got attacked, or we lost a lot of casualties after we attacked this area, so I guess I'm gonna send 200 that way. I think we're doing well so far. This is actually going to allow us, now that we took out Spain, to allow us to get even more territory here. Now, we don't have to worry about being attacked because the British are right here, and as long as they hold that, we are not going to be attacked by these guys by Morocco in this area of modern-day Spain. But what we can do is I'm probably going to have to arm all of these, because they're borders now. I don't mind doing that. Now what I'm gonna do is finish off this area, because it's like closed in. And definitely gonna put troops here, because I know they're probably gonna send whatever they buy here, thinking that I'm not gonna notice that I left this unarmed, but I haven't. That's actually gonna be quite good for us. Okay, gonna buy 100 here. That way I can have 100 to defend while I send 200 to attack. And I pretty much have pretty much most of the control I pretty much own most of North America, almost all of South America, about 70% of, I would say, Africa. Well, at the end of this turn, it will be more close to 70%, I guess. And on top of that, all I just have to do is worry about Europe or get people to agree with me in some ballots, and I think I win. But that is for another episode of Strategy Guide. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, taking the time to leave any comments, questions, or feedback for me in the comment section down below would be highly appreciated, and I will see you guys later in another video. Bye-bye!